So we still, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, still discussing the story of the story of Luqman. We started last week, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the story in the Qur'an, and we have to learn from this story the order of da'wah, the order of raising our children. And we said that Luqman started with his son by mentioning and talking about the danger of shirk, right? And we spoke about shirk and the forms of shirk. And then we spoke about that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this man hikmah. And I want to talk about one more point about the order of da'wah, and then we will move to the next advice of Luqman to his son. When Rasulullah sent Mu'adh radiyallahu anhu wardah to Yemen, he said, "You are going to the people of the book. First of all, invite them to worship Allah alone. And when they come to know Allah, inform them that Allah has enjoined on them 5 daily salawat. And if they start offering these prayers, inform them that Allah has enjoined on them the zakat, and it's to be taken from the rich amongst them and given to the poor amongst them. And if they obey you in the zakat, take the zakat from them and avoid the best property of the people as zakat." Let's see the order. Look at the order. Rasulullah ﷺ sent a messenger, mab'uth. He is representing Islam to go and give the message. طيب. We are Mu'adh in America. صح? What do you start with? Don't stop your alcohol, leave your girlfriend. Oh, brother, the funniest thing when somebody take a shahada, brother, you got to change your name. You have to change your name. And his name is Dawood. Ya Habibi, why? Or his name is David, or his name is Joseph. Names of prophets. You have to change your name. Why did he change his name? If there's nothing wrong with his name, why did he change his name? Rasulullah ﷺ only changed the names when they contradicted with the Sharia. When somebody's name is Harb, war, that does not make sense. So he changed it. But we concentrate on the, you have to do this, no, Tawheed. First, tell them that there's only one God. Rasulullah ﷺ told Mu'adh, tell the people of Yemen, there's one ilah. And subhanAllah, look at this. This is probably the most important statement. When they come to know Allah, then tell them there's 5 daily salawat. Because when they know Allah and they know the greatness of Allah, so they're wondering, how can I thank Him? How can I serve Him? Okay, let me tell you how. There's something called 5 daily prayers. You put your head on the ground and you say, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, and you explain. So the order in da'wah is extremely essential, especially proven in the way that Luqman is talking to his son. So he started with shirk. He started with the shirk. And then he went to the others, which we will be discussing, inshallah. So same thing. And wallahi, no matter how you think you are creative, no matter how think you smart or whatever, nothing is going to work except this way. The way of Allah and His Prophet. Start with the Tawheed and put your hands and be very comfortable that you are doing the right thing. But because we are so emotional, I want the sister to put the hijab right away. I want the guy to start praying instantly, which is good if they do, Alhamdulillah. But establish Tawheed. Establish Tawheed first. Similarly, like we spoke last week, in our children, let them love Allah. Don't let them pray because they are scared of you. Because you're gone. You're going to be gone soon. I don't want my kids to stop praying when I leave. We don't want our kids to stop doing all the ibadat when we leave. How do we do that? By getting them hooked to the one who never leaves. Wallahi. Let their heart hooked to the الحي الذي لا يموت. أنا حموت وأنت حتموت وكلنا حنموت. But when I made my child attached to the one who does not die, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then khalas, I feel safe. Even if it's going to take me all that 10, 15, 20 years, how can I establish that? Wallahi, that will be the most important thing I could do, because khalas, I would have succeeded if I do that. I would have succeeded if I established the love and the ma'rifah, the knowledge of Allah in the heart of my children. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us all able to do that, inshallah. Tayyib. What is the next advice of Luqman? And this will be our topic today, even though we discussed it many times, but subhanallah, you never can talk enough about this topic.
ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه حملته أمه وهنا على وهن وفصاله في عامين أن اشكر لي ولوالديك إلي المصير.
Subhanallah, right after Allah, right after shirk, right after the rights of Allah, the rights of the parents, immediately. This is a norm in the Qur'an.
وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا.
Similarly, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ. وَوَصَّيْنَا. Now, very probably, if you ask me what is the most important word in this ayah, it will be وَوَصَّيْنَا. Why? First of all, let's read the translation quickly. And we have enjoined on man here means mankind, to be dutiful and good to his parents, his mother special. No matter how great you are to your father, just give a little bit more to your mother. Why? Because of the hadith. أمك ثم أمك ثم أمك ثم أبوك. And even Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, don't belittle the father. Don't ever belittle the father. But just a little bit, give both their rights, but the mother a little bit extra, because of the preference of the Qur'an. He said, Allah, وَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ, then أُمُّهُ. He didn't say anything about the father, even though the father has a great job. But he went to the mother, specifically. So, his mother bore him in weakness and hardship, upon weakness and hardship, and his weaning is in 2 years. Give thanks to me and to your parents. Unto me is the final destination. So why wassayna is the most important word? We all know that it's a must to obey and order the parents, and we all know that. And sometimes, that's the importance of the word wassayna. Sometimes, your father or your mother ask you or do things that bother you. Or your father or your mother or my father or my mother, they treat us in a way that sometimes I'm going to explode. They ask me for things that, come on, it's not the right time, it's not the right place, it's nothing, I can't. This is when me and you have to remember the word وَوَصَّيْنَا. Even if they are asking you for something extremely hard, remember you are doing it because Allah said وَوَصَّيْنَا. It's a wasiyah from Allah. So as if Allah is telling me, no matter how bad, if you want to use the word, they're treating you, still treat them with the best, not because they are good or bad, they might be very evil, because it's a ibadah. Because this is a wasiyah from me. I know brothers and sisters in our community, they have came to me and spoke and told me what their parents have done to them. Wallahi, it is some of the situations is unbearable. And immediately I remembered وَوَصَّيْنَا. Wallahi, unbearable. Some people, sometimes, especially when it becomes an in-law situation, the in-laws, it becomes very frustrating, annoying. And like I repeated many, many times, the worst situation ever you could put a man is to make him choose between his wife and his mother. The worst. And unfortunately, even though that mother was a daughter-in-law, just recently she forgot. When she became a mother-in-law, she forgot what her mother-in-law did to her, and she's doing the same to her daughter-in-law again. And that creates a lot of problems. If the parents are asking for something very hard because against your desire, let's assume Fajr is at 4 o'clock in the morning in the masjid. And you are a Fajr guy. Getting up and assume, because Fajr usually, when I was in New York, it was 4 o'clock and very, very cold, and you still have to go and get up. So that was very hard, and against my desire, I could have just made quick wudu and prayed right there. And because it's against your desire, because of the reward, you make that extra move. You go to the extra step. Similarly, even though their parents are asking you for something very hard for you, and sometimes, like a woman called it Sheikh. Yeah, Sheikh, my mother, she always cursed me. She always do this to me. She always make me feel I am nothing. She always do this to me. So the Sheikh said, what do you want me to tell you? What are you expecting? Beat her? Kick her out? No man with his brain, no Sheikh without knowledge would tell you, do that. Be patient. Be extremely patient. That specifically Allah mentioned the issue of age specifically because He created us and He knows that old age, things gonna change. Remember that clip everybody saw on YouTube about the kid asking the father about the father asking the kid about the bird. What is this? A bird, a bird, a bird. And he kept on asking him all the time. And the kid got very upset from the third time. And the father told him, when you were a kid, you asked me 21 times, and every time you asked me, I hugged you and kissed you. Now I ask you 3 times, you gave up and you start screaming and yelling. So specifically, when you have that, you want to explode, remember, وَوَصَّيْنَا, this is a form of ibadah, and ibadahs are not meant to be easy. The harder they are, the more rewarding they are. So just be patient and continue. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ وَهْنًا عَلَى وَهْنٍ. Yani specifically the mother. Why I mentioned the mother? Because the mother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, imagine a man came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, who is the most deserving of my friendship, my companionship? Ya Rasulullah. So he's going to thought, no, the rich guy, the generous guy, the taqi, this and that. Ummuk, your mother. Allahu Akbar. Okay, Ya Rasulullah, who's next? Ummuk. Okay, Ya Rasulullah, Jazakallah khair. Who's next? Ummuk. Wow. So when we spoke last week, or on Monday, about the mother leaving the house and this and that, and of course, not too many people like it, but Rasulullah said that 75%, 25, 25, 25, and 25 the father, 75% is outside the house. What do you expect? 75% is outside the house. And when they come, maybe they have 50% to 20% left of energy. Ummuka, thumma ummuka, thumma ummuka. Okay, why the preference of the mother on the father over 3 things? Let's give those chocolate today. What's the first one? Because of? Just bear him. First one is bear him. Okay. Second, deliver him. And the third? He said deliver him. How many times are you going to deliver him? Not brought up. Who said feeding? Who said feeding? That's too far, ya akhi. Next, inshallah. So, Ummuka, she carried him. The father cannot do that. Ummuka, she delivered him. The father cannot do that. Ummuka, she fed him, nursed him. The father cannot do that. But when it came to the raising, they both did it. So he shared the last one. Wa abuk, and your father. So, Subhanallah, this is the hadith. Who's next? Your mother, your mother, your mother, and then your father. And this is in Bukhari. That's why the ulama said, just give a drop more to the mother. No matter, sometimes if you have not, if never been sick, or nothing special happened between you and your mother during your life, or you did not feel that what the people are talking about, maybe because, alhamdulillah, you lived a normal life, but wallahi, if you were sick and your mother was alive, she will rather ache all night than for you to say, ah. You would have seen something that blow your mind, and I'm sure a lot of us have seen that. She would rather get 100 and something fever, and you, nothing, not a thorn comes to you. This is the way they built in. That's why when we want equality between men and women. It's not about equality. In Islam, there is something called justice. Justice. The woman is built different than the man. Just like we just said, the man cannot carry, cannot deliver, this is the way it's built is different. So equality is wrong, justice is right. I'll give you a quick example. If I brought they said we need equality. So we had equality between men and women. So we brought the head professor of biology, woman, and the security guard, a man. We're talking about equality now and gender equality. So we gave them the same exam in science. She scored 100 and he scored 10. Is this fair? Equal, men, women, same exam, same teacher, same desk, same guy watching, same thing. Men and women. So why is not fair? It's not just. This woman is a doctor in biology. This guy is not. Same. She cannot handle some issues that she cannot handle physically built. The way she's built, she cannot handle some issues. So it's not fair. For her, it's not fair. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, 3 times the mother. And when the man came to him and told him, when I was in New York, I was mentioning the importance of the parents also. And one of the people who sent me questions, she said that, why did you come up with this thing about being next to your mother's feet? Is this a bid'ah? Why are you telling us to be our mother's feet? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When the man was going, ya ikhwan, to jihad, is your mother alive? He said, yes. He said, stick to her feet. This is where the Jannah is. Subhanallah. Is there any more importance to the parents than this? Allahu Akbar. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, akbarul kabair, the biggest of the greatest sins are join others. First, shirk. Second, undutiful to one's parents and to give false witness. And he repeated shahadat az-zur 3 times. Second came uquq al-walidain, being disobedient to the parents. Now, let me just give you a few tips for myself and for you. How can we, some nice ideas, how to have some better towards our parents, if they're alive or if they're not alive. Quickly. If they're alive, okay, if they are still alive, and you are, for example, 3 brothers and 2 sisters, okay, establish, listen to me carefully, establish a bank account. A bank account in her name, in his name. In her name or in his name. And you agree between you and your brothers and the sisters, everybody put $100 a month, $200, whatever you can afford. Even if your mother is working, let's assume, even if your mother is in no need whatsoever, because the mothers usually, in general, they don't ask. The parents in general, they do not ask. They don't like to ask. So don't let them reach that level, even if they do not need it. Just make it as a form of birr. Just a form of birr. Agree with your brothers and sisters. Okay, let's make an account. We give her a gift and an ATM card. We send it to her. We mail it to her. We give it to her. And every time she wants free. She wants to use it. She doesn't want to use it. She wants to give it to our children back. Whatever she wants. But at least let's do something to her. You like the idea? Okay, listen to the second one. When is the last time, and I'm guilty myself, I hate to say things that I don't do. When is the last time you got a gift to your mother? For no reason. Wallahi, I'm guilty. And she's probably going to watch me tomorrow. Every day she watches me the next day. Anything. Come up with an occasion to give her a gift, to give him a gift. Don't they deserve it? Honestly. And don't immediately think of the gift as expensive right away, because our mind goes, oh brother, I can't. No. Just something simple. A watch, perfume, hijab, nice outfit, anything. Just make it a habit of getting the parents a gift every once in a while. The bottom line, I'm not going to sit down. I'm sure every one of us have an idea. The bottom line, and this is probably extremely important, be creative in the way you have birr to your parents. You know how you are creative in ideas to make money, ideas to generate whatever? Huh? Be creative on how can I please them? How can I make them laugh? You know what? I'm going to plan a umrah and I'm going to take them with me and I'm going to be just like a slave the whole trip. Slave. Come, go, do this, do that. Just this, because I might not live again to do it. Anytime you have that opportunity, wallahi, don't hesitate. They're still alive, run, race. Do it. Take off, it's okay, it's worth it. Wallahi, you will see it mountains on the Day of Judgment. Mountains. And if they are gone, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise their status. Make a lot of dua for them. A lot. Similarly, be creative. Go sponsor an orphan and Ya Allah. Nobody has to know. Nobody, not even your wife. Nobody has to know. Ya Allah, this is on behalf of my mother. This widow is on behalf of my father. This school I'm building, I'm participating in that masjid. This is all for my mother. Ya Allah, wallahi, bi'idhnillah, Allah will send you children that will think the same. And this is what you want. So you're not doing it only for your parents, you're also doing it for yourself. When the kids see how you respect and how you honor your parents, they have no other choice but to treat you the same. Because this is what they saw. And I want you to, whatever we discuss, inshallah ta'ala, to do it as soon as you can. Why? Because you never know. I got this clip today. Let me see if I can play it. I wanted to see this. You could watch the. You see the arrow on this man? Watch this guy. God. They pulled them to the back. They finished the salat. They carried them outside. They put him in the truck. Gone. So why is that not going to be me? Why is that not going to be you? Did he know? Wallahi, he did not know. So ya akhwan, let's benefit from these classes. He's coming to pray just like us. And it was like, just like Rasulullah said, Salatu muwaddi', pray as if it's your last prayer. So please, when we learn something, سارعوا كانوا إنهم كانوا يسارعون في الخيرات. كانوا يسارعون في الخيرات. Really, where? Not يعملون الخيرات. Not يعملون, يسارعون. You're going to that guy? I'm going to beat you. They race to get there. You're going to help him? No, I'm going to help him. This is the only way to build our community, to strengthen our love to one another, when we start really caring about one another. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen our love to one another. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our parents. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us righteous parents and make our children all righteous. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Believe it or not, we still have a lot to go with the story of Luqman. This is only the second part. We still have many more. Barakallahu feekum wa jazakumullah khair. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us what benefit us from what He taught us, and increase us in knowledge. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. We started the story of Luqman a couple of weeks ago, and subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named the surah after Luqman, and the main story is Luqman giving advice to his son, which should be the foundation of us raising our children. And we said that the first advice was stay away from shirk. Second, parents, right? Last week we discussed the importance of taking care of the parents. Then after that, subhanallah, even though we all know the importance of the salat is coming up probably, if not tonight, maybe next week. This came before the salat and right after the shirk and the parents, subhanallah. يا بني إنها إن تك مثقال حبة من خردل فتكن في صخرة أو في السماوات أو في الأرض يأتي بها الله إن الله لطيف خبير. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling his son, oh my son, if it be anything equal to the weight of a grain of a mustard seed, and though it be in a rock or in the heavens or in the earth, Allah will bring it. Verily, Allah is subtle, well aware. طيب. Afwan? Luqman. What did I say? Allah is saying, this is ayah in the Qur'an, so it means Allah is saying it. Allah said to his son? That's what I said? Astaghfirullah. No, I said that Luqman is saying to his son. I think we passed that stage. So, first of all, what do we notice about, before we start discussing the weight of this ayah, there's something I want you to notice, which is happened already twice. Huh? No, we're coming to that. Excellent. Wallahi, you need a chocolate for this. Ya bunay, Ya bunay. Subhanallah. Look at the tone and the way he's speaking to his child. How do you speak to your child? تعال يا ولد يا ولد لا إله إلا الله. Subhanallah, these things that we should notice in the Qur'an, just like Ibrahim. Ya abati. How many times Ya abati? Because he was saying to his father Ya abati, Ismail came to him and said when he was slaughtering him, Ya abati if'al ma tu'mar. The way you treat your father, your son will treat you. He was talking to his father all the time, Ya abati, Ya abati. Ismail came and told him, Ya abati, do whatever you were ordered. Subhanallah. So here, Ya bunay. He's talking to him so gently. Ya bunay. He's giving an advice. Yani when our children become in an age, in their teenagers, and we should sit down with them and discuss with them life and discuss with them everything that we think that they should be concerned about. And in a very, very beautiful way, gentle, kind, subhanallah. What do we learn when Yusuf alayhi salam, when Yusuf alayhi salam, he came to his father? What did he say? Allahu Akbar, Yusuf Basha. So Yusuf is talking to his father, Ya abati. Yusuf, he reached a level of confidence with his father that he could tell him what he's dreaming about. Now we found out about our children from Facebook. He opened to his father, my father, I saw in a dream the Shams and the Qamar with this. And he explained to him, he's like, there's a conversation. Subhanallah. And he gave him so much comfort that he was free to talk to him. Similarly here, Ya bunay. And he's giving him the advices. He started by the shirk, stay away from shirk, take care of your parents. And then he came to strengthen the Tawheed in his heart. Let me ask you a question. When you first read this ayah, okay? When you first read this ayah, what name of Allah comes to mind? There are so many names that come to mind, but I have two in my mind. If you guess them, you get chocolate. Slowly. Mustafa. Al-Razzaq. Al-Latif. Latif and Khabir is right there. Allah chose them, so they are the best. right there. This is شو علي اليوم نرول. Al-Raqib, right? Al-Raqib. And I have one more in my mind. Zaki. Khabir. There's one specific one. Alim, of course. Al-Adl, excellent. There's one more. How about Al-Hasib? مثقال ذرة, I will bring it. That shows us, first lesson we learn from this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if it was a mustard seed. First of all, have you ever seen a mustard seed? Okay, look at this. If I take this and I throw it in the masjid, and I tell you all, let's start looking for it. You think we're going to find it? Allah will bring it if it was in the Milky Ways. Wallahi, if we throw it here, in this masjid only, not in Plano, not in Texas, not in the USA, not on earth, if we throw it in the masjid, we will be not able to find it. Allah will bring it if it was in the heavens. What are we talking about? Let me just show you quickly. We showed Brother Salman We showed this video in look at this, really. This is Mars, this is Venus, this is the Earth. Looks big, right, Yusuf? Okay, wait a second. This is Neptune, Uranus. Very soon I won't be able to say them anymore. Saturn, Jupiter right here in Spring Creek. Sol. Can you still see the Earth? Allahu Akbar. Al-Dibarana, this is in Arabic, huh? See, 78 times the solar. Allahu Akbar. طيب. Now, let's go back to the mustard seed. Allah will bring this out if it was in this Milky Way. We reached a point that the earth was smaller than this mustard seed, right? What does that mean, ya akhwan? That means لا تحقرن من المعروف شيئا. Right? Do not belittle any good deed. Do not belittle. Oh, I saw something on the floor of the masjid. It's okay, Samir will pick it up. Uncle Shamim will pick it up. No, run, pick it up, Habibi. This could be the reason for you to enter Jannah. The smile. Let me see a beautiful smile. Yalla ya shabab. Huh? Smile. Don't belittle the smile. Didn't we hear the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? A man entered Jannah. Lesh. What did he do? What did he do? He removed a branch from the street. He said it might harm others, so he removed the branch from the street. قال عليه الصلاة والسلام, this could be the reason for him to enter Jannah. دخل الجنة. He said دخل الجنة. He entered Jannah. So when we hear about 3 white days are coming up, text. Did you hear 3 white days are starting tomorrow, brother, sisters? Please, let's try to fast. Sisters, there's a brother in the hospital, let's go visit. Text, you are very good in texting. Instead of texting all these jokes all day long, every once in a while, text something beneficial. That text, do not belittle it. This could be a reason. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. خير مما طلعت عليه الشمس. Rasulullah ﷺ said, to say this is better for me than the whole dunya. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Do not belittle the a'mal. Do not belittle any amal. Helping a brother move, helping a brother from here to the door. Anything.